How are you feeling? John Riggs here with Open Cart Surgery, and it came in a little box. That's kind of fun. I got it just before Christmas and everything, but I hadn't even got around to it until just now. But inside the box is a note, and behind that is another note. Hold on, we're getting there. There we go. Mole Mania. Love this game. From Shigeru Miyamoto as well. You know him best as Mario, Zelda, all those other Miyamoto type games, Donkey Kong. He did this game too, Mole Mania. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely want to check it out. Such a fun puzzle type game for your classic Game Boy here. And it has a little fading there because sometimes when people take their games out, they kind of do that. If you see Pokemon games like that, they're probably the worst offender. But it adds personality. It adds the fact that people were actually playing this game and stuff too. It's like the wearing of the left panel on Pac-Man games when people will hold on to that while playing Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. I love looking out for stuff like this. And with this kind of paper, when they weren't like laminating their labels like they were with NES or Super Nintendo, it's just kind of fun. I like it. A little bit of history, I guess. I don't know. So Open Cart Surgery, these games are sent to me that aren't working. I try to get them working again by usually cleaning them, but sometimes I'll pull out a soldering iron and see what we can do there. I don't have a tech background or engineering degree or anything like that. I just do the things I've been doing since the 90s to get these games that aren't working. I did it a little bit with my local video store. They would have, people would like have a game with a rattle in it. They'd be like, oh, the game's not working. They're like, oh, I'll fix it, and I'll fix all their games, usually just by cleaning them. And I got free rentals in return, so kind of nice. Let's check out the notes. What do we got? Not too bad here. Fun fact, the fourth boss on Mole Mania is a plumber with a black mustache. Who else do we know that is a plumber with a black mustache? Do you know? Holy words, good lord. Hey, John Riggs, be nomical here. Oh, sick cartridge, notes. Tried the 1-up card, okay. Tried that famous blow into the cart. No, don't do that. I did not open it up. Possible dead battery? The battery shouldn't matter. Like, even if the battery's, well, I don't know. Like, I've had games work in the past that even if the battery's dead, the game will still work, it just won't save. But I'm not sure. Jay.
What?
Do you want to sit next to me while I read this? You don't have to if you don't want to.
What's up? The sitting in the corner is easier for me.
Hi.
Hi.
You haven't done this in a while.
I know.
You're always at school or with your friends or not with me or... I'm usually filming when you're in school anyway, but... Yeah. All right, we haven't done this in a while. You up for it?
Yep.
Says, hey, John Riggs, Binomical here. Love watching your content. Watch you on YouTube, Twitch, and I see you on PlayStation. I'm a fellow family man, such as yourself, so I relate to ya. Where's my sequel to Mole Mania? Says me in 2022. I agree. And make a great remake as well. What about doing it like the graphics like in Link's Awakening remake? Just an idea. This is not my original copy, but I got this game on a Christmas about 25 years ago and loved it. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and if you get this sick cart working, it'll be a Christmas miracle, and you will have a copy of Mole Mania for yourself. Good luck and thank you. I'll appreciate that. I mean, I have a copy of Mole Mania for myself, but maybe I'll turn it into like a Whatnot giveaway or something like that too. So, very, very cool. And by the way, if you don't have Whatnot yet, use my link in the description. You get $10 off the first time you win something with me, so that's kind of cool. Using the Analog Pocket to see if we can get it working, I'm just going to see what it looks like when you pop it in. Bet it won't do anything, but let's not count it out yet. Well, yeah. Because you own everything. Oh, it recognizes what it is, but it still may not work. And I have the green filter on for Game Boy, so that's why it's all green. So it's not working, it's just, yeah. Like it knows there's something there. Binomical said, did try the 1-up card, but did not open it. So I'm going to open it up. This 3.8 millimeter game bit, security bit, whatever you want to call it, is multi-universal. It uses for Game Boy, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, some Nintendo 64, a few Genesis games, but not many. And all it takes is one screw. Once the screw is removed, it's just a quick little slidey. See, just like that. That's all it is. And then we can remove this part, and here's what the game looks like without anything in there. Just like that. So I've got a bunch of stuff going on. You can see the battery he's talking about. Looks pretty clean. There's nothing on the other side. The other side is just where it goes. But all this stuff's on one side. Just like that. So these are the 1-up cards he was talking about. They work great. You just have, there's a fluid side and a dry side. I know it's hard. It doesn't focus automatically like it should. But I got the liquid side. This is just isopropyl alcohol. And I'm going to put some fluid on the fluid side. Boop. And they're flat like this so they can fit into cartridges without having to open them up. I still like to open them up. And something this small, they also make little Game Boy sized ones too, but I'm just going to do this. So I'm just going to try this first. I know he said he already did. Yep. I trust him, but I don't trust him. It does look a little grungy. The pins still do, even after this stuff. So might have to go straight to the Bright Boy stuff. I'm going to pop it in just so I can keep it uniform. Just like this. Boop. Wake. Moment of truth. Ah. At least I haven't. At least it says error. Sleep mode not supported with this cartridge. Power off anyway. Yes. Didn't know I had a choice. It don't matter here. All right, take it out. We have the Bright Boy, which I never actually took down. Did you know they have an IHOP cereal now? They do. Mini pancake, blueberry and syrup flavored cereal. I'm not sponsored by General Mills, but I should be. But General Mills does. General Mills does send me some stuff every once in a while. Like, hey, check this out. Mm-hmm. Do you ever eat Taco Bell and then sound like this in the morning?
Okay. Why?
Just to make you laugh.
Dude.
We have. I know it's like. Okay, this Bright Boy stuff is a brass polisher. Great for cleaning pins. You've heard of people use Brasso. Yeah, you can try it.
Okay. Do I just do the same thing as you do with the?
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, go for it. While you do that. So there are, like people say, Brasso. I'm in the boat of like, yeah, don't use Brasso, but if the game's already not working, you happen to have Brasso, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but make sure you still, even if you don't see anything on the cart, make sure you like go back to the 1-up card. I'm gonna go back to the 1-up card with this thing too. Even after Brasso, even after Bright Boy for sure, because even if you don't see it, it can still be on there. You can put it back into your system. It can congeal and gunk up your system and everything. So there's kind of, you can see. Like there's, look at that. Look at that. That's after cleaning it twice with a 1-up card. Focus. That's like after cleaning it twice with a 1-up card.
I know.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
You scare me at times.
Oh, we can put it back together like commando style, where it's like, pop, pop, pop. Oh, that's right. It turned off, so I have to hold it down. It's like, dude. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. Nothing but good news, please. I said the good news, that's the bad news. The other time this is like, we're not gonna go to sleep. I just sleep. You're the sleep. Nothing. All right, you know what? We can try reflowing the pins, because that has worked several times in the past with a Game Boy game. So we need to pull out the old soldering iron.
Yay. I like the soldering iron.
You're gonna solder it?
No, but I'm gonna burn myself.
You're going to burn yourself?
Probably.
You want to burn yourself?
No.
Man, listen.
Problem.
Alrighty, so I have my soldering iron here, nice and piping hot. Probably hotter than it needs to be. It's at like 550 right now. Am I gonna burn this? You know what's funny? I've never burned a board or anything. I don't even know. Well, you tell me what's a proper temperature. Should it be less than that? I don't know. I mean, for years I always used like a Walmart soldering iron because it was like, and you don't have a chance to control the temperature on those things. This is going to be hot or not. But I am using a Hako here. Everything I'm using is linked in my Amazon store below. We're just going to touch up. We're not going to scrape the sides of these, but I do want to just touch each individual little segment here. Mostly this one here. I'm going to do this one too, but mostly this one here. I'm going to leave that one alone. I could probably do. You know what? Since I'm here, should I do that one too? Maybe I'll start with this one, then that one, and we'll go from there, right? So let's just do that. That's all I'm going to do. And we're not adding new solder or anything. Let me put that out of the way, just so I have extra room to maneuver. Get my hand all comfortable here. And you'll feel it. Might even see a little bit of smoke. But you'll feel, right when it hits it, like you'll just feel that the solder will melt. And that's all I'm doing here. It's just kind of waking it back up, breathing new life into it. I know I said I was going to do one individually. Since I'm here anyway, this is going by faster than I thought it would for this game. I'll do this one too. That's all I'm doing here. So, got some conventions coming up. We're already in 2023. Louisville Arcade Expo in March. If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, my first time in Kentucky ever, I will see you at the Louisville Arcade Expo. Coming back to Midwest Gaming Classic, I wouldn't miss it. It's my favorite. I'll see you at the Midwest Gaming Classic. And it would be my pleasure to see you at Long Island later on this year as well. I'm planning on hitting up the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo again. I love that one in Long Island in New York. Had such a great time last year for the first time. Want to come back. There's so many game stores in that area. I need to hit up still. My plans, nothing confirmed, but I would love to hit up a convention in Canada as well as the UK. I have a passport, and I ain't afraid to use it. So if you know of a great convention in the UK or Canada, please let me know. And if you're just like, hey, what about this convention? What about that convention? Tell the convention organizers, hit them up on Facebook, hit them up on Twitter or something, saying, yo, bring in this guy. It would be amazing. I do live panels on hacking Nintendo games live. That's always pretty fun. You can also do a Q&A if you want to, but my Nintendo hacking panels are usually pretty fun. I swear there's another... Oh, and Renton City Retro. Renton City Retro in May. That's in Renton, Washington. I'll be at that one, too. Anyway, just touching up each one. You can feel it move. I'm going to pop that nicely back. And we're going to leave the camera just like this. I'm going to put this back in here. Like such. That's kind of a weird angle where the camera is right now. To give myself the room to maneuver. As well as, the things that are going on, too. I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm going to play the cartridge. So again, it recognizes that there's something there. Hey, the good news! Let's see if the saved game is still on here. There are saved games on here. Were those the old ones? Okay, and that's, like I said, if you've never played Mole Mania before, it's such a great game here. Because you can, go underground, too. To find, if there's, something in the way and all that. Oh, man. Yeah, just playing this much alone, I can't wait to play this game again. But yeah, there's also, the saved games are still on here too. Isn't that crazy? I've been doing this open cart surgery series for years, and so I have a whole playlist you can binge right now. If you have any broken games laying around and you don't want to touch them, you can send them my way, and I'll probably do a video on them. Make sure you include a note so I can read it on the air. I do not charge to do this. I just turn it into a video. That's kind of fun for me. More often than not, sometimes they're donated, but if you need it back because it's like a childhood memory or something like that, we can work on that. I can send it back your way too. Trust me, I have enough games. I don't need any more. Thank you, Jay.